No matter what is the interest rate doing or what the monetary policy is doing, the rich always get richer. According to a report published by Capgemini, that the high net worth individual in 2023 has seen their wealth grown by 4.7%. And the population of those high net worth individual has also grown by 5.1%. And it hits $87 trillion worth of wealth that is held by these high net worth individuals, and they represent 1% of the total population in this world. Just 1%. So you can see how much wealth is concentrated at the top of the pyramid, where just 1% of the entire population in this world, they carry 34% of this entire world's wealth. Okay, and the key here is all these high net worth individuals, they did not achieve this status by working through their corporate life. Okay, majority of them either have started a business or they have acquired some assets throughout their life, which has actually created the wealth for them, because it's a compounding effect that continues to grow year over year depending when you start your journey. So if you have started a journey in your early 20s when you were young and you keep acquiring assets, doubling it down, using the compounding effect, that makes you wealthy by the age of, let's say, 40, 50 or 60 years. So interesting stats from this Capgemini report. If you look at the overall distribution, okay, so the population of those high net worth individual has also grown 5.1%. Okay, so the total amount of these people are 23 million in this world. Okay, so those high net worth individuals are actually 23 million people in this world. And if you look at the distribution, North America comes at the top. Of course, the US is at the top, and majority of the reason is the equity markets in the US. S&P has grown 24% in 2023, 24%, massive growth in 2024. But the Canadians are also included in this lucky group. So their wealth also grew by 3.8%. And their population of those high net worth individuals in Canada also grew by 3.6%. But if you look at the Canadian equity market, it's not really that attractive. So in 2023, TSX grew by 8% in 2023. But the other mining sector did not perform well. Commodity materials, it did not perform well in terms of the other asset markets in 2023. So if you look at this trend, you can see the wealth of these high net individual is keep growing with an exception of 2018 and 2022. And 2022 is understandable because, you know, the inflation was raging high and the central banks raising interest rate like crazy. That has, of course, deflated the overall equity markets in 2022. But then by the end of 2022, things started going back up again. And this is where we saw the overall performance in 2023. And one of the factors that we see here is, which will be shown in this graph, that the fear of recession that we found was in 2022, it is kind of, you know, disappearing now. Okay, a lot of people were keeping their cash holdings in 2022. That cash holding has gone down, you know, from 34% to 25%. So that shows you the optimism in terms of the capital rollout by these high net worth individuals. And if you look at the fixed income portfolio, that also has grown. Why? Because the bond market is now yielding 4 to 5% annual return, as opposed to 1 to 2% that it used to be back in 2020, 2021. You can see the real estate market is also gaining some momentum. So it has also grown from 15% to 19%. So you can see those high net worth individuals are acquiring real estate in 2024. But the point I want to make here is, if you look at the equity market allocation, it was 23% in 2023. It is coming down to 21%. So 2% reduction in equity markets, but we see the 2% increment in alternative assets. If you are an investor in the US, in Canada, or in Europe, and you are considering investing into Dubai real estate market, this video is for you, because we have a platform called Stake, which allows you to invest into the residential real estate market and start earning rental income right away without going through a lengthy documentation process or coming up with a heavy down payment. Stake is built upon the concept of crowdfunding. So it is democratizing the entire investment strategy and allows you to own a single unit of the entire investment portfolio. So you don't have to own the entire property, right? You can be part of the pool that can actually own a piece of property. a piece of real estate. So that allows you to start with as low as 2,000 dirhams, and you can slowly ramp up. So as you start investing into it, you can not only own a bit of real estate, but you also get a portion of the rental income on monthly basis. So it's a passive investment strategy, diversifying your portfolio from traditional North American or European markets into Dubai, which is hustling and bustling and growing very fast, and allows you to build your wealth over time. So don't delay. There is a link down there in the description. If you click on this, it will give you free 200 dirhams in your account right away to start with, and you can thank me later. Let me explain. So these high net worth individuals, they are now reducing their cash positions. They are investing into real estate. They're reducing their equity market portfolio, and they're going after the alternative asset class, which means commodity currencies, private equity, as well as the digital currencies like crypto. So because the stock market is all-time high, so the risk of having a downward leg is much higher than it is going further up. So these high net worth individuals they're smart people, right? So they are smart people. They have a lot of money. They are moving their money away, a little bit away from equity markets. They are reducing their cash position. They're investing more into real estate, and they're also increasing their portfolio in the alternative asset classes like commodities, like digital assets, like currency, and private equity as well. What does it tell you? It tells you that the smart money is moving ahead. The risk of recession at least is now subsided, and now we're seeing the central banks are cutting interest rate. We just saw the announcement from Bank of Canada yesterday. We also saw ECB announce this morning that they're also starting cutting rates as well. Now it's a matter of when US will start cutting rates, but what I know is the recession doesn't come as when people were expecting it the most. It always comes in and hit us hard when people are least expecting it. So anyway, food for thought. Let me know how you are allocating your investment portfolio in 2024 and what is your strategy to maximize your return and minimize your risk. And put your comments down below. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Sorry for the interruption, guys. Just wanted to let you know that we have a team of realtors which is covering the entire GTA as well as some outside areas as well, like Brent region where I am based off, and I help out the clients in this region as well. So if you have any needs with regards to real estate transactions, buying, selling, investing, renting, let me know. There is a link down there where you can book a one-to-one consulting call with me, and we will be more than happy to help you out.